Hey guys, Ryan here. Today I'm going to be bringing you another video, this time on Sacred Valley. I'm going to be tuned with Arms again, who you saw previously in my Yazi video. And we're going to be in a tier 10 Russian medium tank platoon. I'm in my ever-reliable T62-A, and Arms is actually playing the Object 430, which is a tank you don't really see that much. So, obviously tier 10 game, there are tier 8s in this game as well, so not as many hit points on the battlefield as you want when you're in a tank with 3000 DPM base. You'd prefer there to be a couple more tier 9s and 10s, but it's not too big a deal, I suppose. So, you see, had a look at that waffle there. One of the most overpowered tanks in the game, so I'm quite glad that he's coming with me. Quick tip, if you ever just want to get a load of assistance damage, just follow one of those around a Waffly 100 and just track someone right before the waffle unloads on them, and you're pretty much golden. So I managed to get across the gap but without getting spotted, and what you're going to see me do is, as I come up here to where most of the heavy tanks like to come and brawl it out, I'm looking at my mini-map and I'm going to stop. I'm going to side script this corner just in case an enemy comes round. I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to wait until the tanks behind me catch up, because I've seen, as well as Arms, we've got 2 heavy tanks and 2 tank destroyers coming. And one of those heavy tanks is actually an IS-4 as well, which is a very well armoured heavy tank. So I'm just going to sit here, I'm waiting for them to catch up. The heavies have now just arrived, and I'm about to start making my move. Now the thing is, the reason I want one of the heavies to go first is because I've got a sneaking suspicion there might be a lot of people around that corner here, and I'm mainly worried about their tank destroyers because they have a few of them, including a Waffly 100 of their own. And obviously you don't want to poke out in front of a Waffly 100. That's probably the end of you. Lo and behold, they do get spotted, including the enemy TDs, including the Waffle. So I'm going to go round instead. There is no artillery in this game, which I forgot to mention, which is very helpful. And something interesting is about to happen here. So here's a Conqueror. I back up. That right there was a Hess shell. So I can't quite get the gun to press, so I back up and think, okay, so maybe he just had it preloaded expecting the light tank or something. I track him, don't do any damage, and he fires another Hess shell at me. Now I've got him perma-tracked. I back up because Arm said he was on his way over. And he fired another Hess shell. That was a terrible shot by me. And now with 2 tier 10 Russian mediums, 3k DPM between each, should I say, over. It's over for this Conqueror. And I face hug him because, as you know, the T62-A has an amazing turret, and I think it only did like 15 damage to me with a Hess shell into my turret. Now I'm not going to say he was a bad player. He might have just been doing a Hess only challenge for fun. I poke out. I quickly had my life flash before my eyes as the TD that's looking at me is actually a Waffly 100, but thankfully he was a one-shot. But going back to it, yeah, I think the Conqueror, at least I'm hoping the Conqueror was just trying to have a bit of fun and go for a Hess only battle, see what he could do. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Basically by me, I look to the right, I see the one heavy tank around the corner, I forgot about the VK101P then. Trying to get a shot to the E100, I accidentally hit Arms' turret. So another bit of a terrible shot by me. See, I'm waiting for the VK101P. Very nice shot there, snapping it in while starting to reverse. And now, me and Arms have decided we want to go back round to where we were at the start and go get that VK101P and the E100, because we can't fight the TDs on the corner and the Malshin while those 2 are on our flank. Fortunately, I wasted a heat shell into the weak point of that Foss, because I loaded them for the VK101P, so I say. I'll keep my turret pointed behind me. I just successfully managed to escape. Norm's went ahead of me, so he's actually going to get to the corner first and start fighting the E100. Because IS-4 is actually over there in a bit of a predicament, but as I said before, the IS-4 is a very well armoured, tank. Second thickest side armor in the game, just behind the mouse. So, he did a pretty good job at surviving this. I'm going to handbrake turn, and I'm going to use the waffle as cover. Get one shot into the back of the 100, And now, again, I think I've got an under 5.5 second reload. Yeah, 5.45 second reload on this thing. I'm going to start side scraping using the waffle again. Unfortunately, there's a tank over there I can't quite aim past, T32. The tier 9 waffle blocks my shot, unfortunately, but, you know, it's not too big a deal. I don't actually need to heat here, I need to heat for when he's dead, because, round the corner is a Malshin and a VK101P. VK101P, I can't pen with standard rounds, if I can hit the right point, accurately enough. But he's wedging himself up against the back of the wall. So, see him just aiming for the tracks there. Go for a lower plate shot, but he dies, just as I fire, and that's just a Malshin. Go to the tree. I just fire a shot there because I couldn't actually tell if I was aiming at the front of him or the back of him. So I just fired a shot in case I was aiming at the back of him. And now, the two heavies in the medium spotted across the map. The two TDs are unspotted, but we're assuming they're up on the hill. Just to make sure, I'm just going to drive toward their base to make sure they don't have a TD back there, and I'm going to go help defend the base. Now, obviously you'll hear a lot of people talk about the 62-A compared to the 140. The 140 has an extra gun depression and is actually faster than the T62-A, so bear that in mind. If I was in the 140 I could relocate a bit quicker. Not by much though. So I finished the FV, who was thankfully a one-shot, and now there's a Scourge who comes on the mountain and just sits in a really weird place. I wasn't aiming for the tracks there, I was aiming for his hull. Because the way he's angled on the hill, his hull is pointed downward, meaning I can't pen it with standard rounds. I load a heat shell here because I was expecting him to start moving, and my shot to hit his turret. He doesn't start moving, so I load back to the APCR. And now he's jumped down. So, there's a Scourge over there, who's a one-shot now. There's the Jagdtiger and the Foss. The Foss has just been spotted, and the IS-7's on a lot of health, which is good for me. There's the Jagdtiger. I unfortunately don't get the tracking shot on him. However, I do get the killing shot on him, so it's not too bad. I'm going to lead the Scourge because he's a tier 8 on 82 hit point. The KV4 can handle that. I'm going to go for the IS-7. Now I'm going to keep the APCR loaded because I've got the IS-7 side and I want to go through his drive wheel, so I want to track him and damage him. And we're going to see here his RNG is going to fuck me fairly hard. So I get one shot in, it does do damage. I'm going to stay here, aim in, and RNG says it doesn't want to let that one pan, so I think, alright then, so that's a bit weird. Okay, there we go, that makes more sense. I'm thinking, at this angle, I can pen the IS-7, that just must have been a bit poor RNG. You can see, I track him again, but it doesn't do any damage. I'm thinking, alright, so I'll move it a little bit to get a better angle. And it still just doesn't want to work. So I move again, there we go. One shot in, I move again just to be sure. Another one. I'm only going to get one more shot and then the IS-7 will probably reload. I actually get the fire. Armed gets the kill. I'm not upset there because both me and him thought that the way RNG was treating me there, that I was about to die. So yeah, at the end of that game there, I have no idea what was going on. You saw how one shot didn't pen through the tracks and the other shot from the same angle did. So, just me getting a bit unlucky there, but either way, it was a nice game for me anyway. A high caliber for 6,231 damage, 800 assistance, so for about 7k combined, 5 kills, and a Brothers in Arms. I think between us, me and Arms got 9 kills and about 10k damage combined between the two of us, so pretty decent game for us. In two Russian mediums, you don't really see that much, because everyone says you should pick the 140 over the 62-A, and I just hardly ever see the Object 430. I think the Foss on the enemy team did well. Yeah, he did, there we go, 5.3k damage for their tier 9 Foss, so fair play to him. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.